everything that we do is customer led at SenseOn, so we spend a long time speaking to our customers, and there was a couple of resounding messages that kept getting repeated. And one of them was, and this would be their words, not mine, when I would be interviewing them, they would just, and you could see it coming. It was like, I just want a single pane of glass. I want like a central location. So that was a very important, like fundamental part of the need. But then they were like, I want the outcomes of a SIEM, but either I don't have the team, I don't have the budget at the minute with the economy, like I can't get access to the talent, or I can't retain the security engineering, detection engineering talent. So I want the outcomes of the SIEM, but I can't afford the pain, the setup time, the cost, or the alert volume that a traditional SIEM normally brings. And that was even more loud and clear for people who previously had managed traditional SIEMs. So really what Seamless Outcomes talks to is about delivering the outcomes of a SIEM, but without that pain associated to it, and so how do we do it, right? So, we just talked about the intelligence cloud designed to produce actionable intelligence from large volumes of data. And so you can really look at this in three layers, right? Data fabric layer that we talked about. How do you get timely, complete, consistent data through both an agent-based approach as well as an agentless approach? And very, very soon, people will be talking about through AI-based approaches such as MCP servers connecting and pulling in data that way. So that's the first thing. How do you get that unifying data fabric? Very, very important. You get that right, solid foundation for what's to come next. Then how do you apply security controls across that vast swath of data, right? Now these can range everything from basic rules or signatures, threat intelligence getting pumped in, to more sophisticated anomaly detection, behavioral baselining stuff. And, there's a real buzz around AI agents at the minute, which are essentially bits of code that can essentially take non-prescriptive directions. So, this is not like you're writing specific code. What it is, it can be adaptive to the responses that it receives using large language models. Very, very exciting. Very, very cool. Going to have a huge impact and change the landscape of security operations. Then the third layer that we think about is the human layer, right? Because fundamentally you still need a human in the loop, even if you're using AI agents. But then it's really understanding the vast jobs to be done, is what we call it from a product language point of view, that the security team have got to output across govern, identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover on a daily basis, and then how that overall system can support them. So that's what we mean when we talk about seamless outcomes.